And hello again, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel as your host, Marley Startled. And it's been a slow month. I got through Starship Troopers Terrain Command a bit too quickly, I think. I shouldn't have played it all in one sitting. And in consequence, I've sort of ran out of games to play, but I need to save some cash anyway for future game releases. So we're back to the Hoi 4 drawing board while we wait for the new DLC, Vicky 3, and of course um, some mods to come out. And I'm looking forward to the Italy expansion for the DLC. It's Switzerland expansion, not so much, but hey, it is what it is. So, what are we playing? We are playing a mod from the game workshop on Steam called In the Name of the Tsar. So in this game, it is an alt history scenario where the Russians achieve victory after the Brusilov offensive in 1916, and they break through and collapse the Austrians. This leads to the surrender of the Germans, which then means that the entire nature of the world changes. So if you're not used to World War One history, effectively what happens with the Russian Empire is that it collapses around us, I think just after the Brusilov offensive, 1917, leading to eventually them surrendering or doing a peace deal to the Germans and having their own sort of war with the royalists and the socialists and so on and so forth. In this, of course, in this alt history, they win the war before that happens, and so you still have the Russian Empire in charge. And so, of course, we'll be playing as the Russian Empire, attempting to see what the new world looks like. So let's pick the old Russians, Imperial Russia. Russia has shown itself to be a major power of the Great War. They were able to defeat a coalition of Austro-Hungarian and German forces in the Brusilov offensive in October of 1916. A separate peace was signed between the Habsburg and the Tsar, leaving the German Empire isolated in the Great War. Germany, fearing the complete and utter destruction of its empire, sued for peace, and an armistice was declared in January of 1917. Russia has since recovered from the Great War, but several new threats are on the horizon, from Japan's ambitions in Siberia to the communists in Bavaria to even the Russian people themselves. And so we have got commenced modernisation. Despite the increasing possibilities of aerial and naval warfare, ground combat is still a key in tomorrow's wars. With preparation, we can avoid reliving the hell of the trenches. The third Rome. Russia is a great power, that much is true, but we can be even greater. Much of the Orthodox people have called our second largest city, Moscow, the third Rome. Rome was the capital of the Roman Empire, obviously, and the Roman Empire was a superpower. We shall be the next Roman Empire. And of course, we have to consolidate the Eastern Coalition. The Eastern Coalition has helped keep our puppet states and neighbours in check. Letting this alliance go would be an absolute nightmare, plus instead of expanding, we can probably gain an alliance with the British. And then of course we have the House of Romanov plus 15%. We just going over what happens with the rebels. I'll be interested to see how they dealt with the Octobers and so on back after winning the war in this scenario. But hey, and of course diverse nation, recruitment population -5 and stability -20. So here we are. The world if the Russians had not collapsed in World War One, according to the modders. So we have Prussia, which has got Kaiser Wilhelm as a potential political power figure, and the Deutsche Conservative Partei. The British, of course, they didn't collapse, so they won, so there's no real issues there. British stoicism, war to end all wars, and so on and so forth. And of course, you've got the French with the demobilised army, inefficient government, and violence in the street. The Italians, I don't think, did too badly in this war then if the Russians won, but they've got an economic crisis. And if we take a look at Romania, it's King Carol. King Carol's still hanging around. United States, these guys have got the Harding Doctrine, which I'm not sure what that is. High unemployment rate, home of the free, and nationwide food shortages. So follow the I0 timeline is ticked. I don't know what that means, but all countries where applicable pick national focus in the name of the Tsar order. Select this if you want countries to follow their historical past. I assume their alt historical past more closely. And Turkey has got minority partisans and disjointed government. So let us play. There we are. So here's our army. Let's take a look at our techs. So we have got Nothing really. Oh, we got some light tanks research, which is nice. 1936 light tanks, I guess. Any big penalties? Staraya Gadvia. Despite the fact the Great War has been long gone, the Russian army maintains similar military system that defeated German and Austrian armies in 1917. It is outdated, has flaws, and employs obsolete doctrines. Russian Orthodox Church, House of Romanov, and diverse nation. So, as per usual, always focus construction, always focus basic machine tools, and begin researching our tanks. So we want 1941 light tanks. Suggest we start researching it as soon as possible. Interesting. We'll see how that works out. I mean, Prussia's in a pretty rough spot, I'll be real with you, Chief. Yeah, Germany's just been like given the old Austro-Hungary treatment. Yeah, given the old Austro-Hungarian special, which is a bit depressing. But hey ho. I'm gonna make sure I build some map trains. I've got to forget this. They really should have trains at the start, otherwise, yeah, it's gonna have a bit of a sticky wicket. Why not? And why not start going down education reforms? We need to make ourselves literate like Vicky 2. Revolt in Constantinople. We have troubling reports of an uprising across the Russian occupation zones in Turkey, and the Armenian DMZ. Arabs and Turks alike are hunting down and lynching the Armenian minority. While in Constantinople, Russian troops are hung and cast into Bosphorus, and Orthodox institutions are burned to the ground. So I can retreat, and this will become not become a demilitarized zone, or I can stay, and some major powers may guarantee Turkish independence. I'm going to stay out of principle. The Young Turk Rebellion. The Constantinople Uprising, or as most people know it, the Young Turk Rebellion, was carried out by Turkish and Arab insurgents across the Russian occupation zones in Turkey. After increased violence in the Armenian DMZ, many have fled across the Russian border hoping for refuge in Yerevan and Tbilisi. While in Constantinople, Orthodox citizens are cast into the Bosphorus Strait and Russian buildings are burned to the ground, the Russian leader Tsar Nicholas II is quoted as saying, "The people of Turkey will regret their actions against the regional minorities." Many perceive this as an empty threat due to the Russians' need for reform and modernization. I think you'll be wrong about that. I'm sending the boys in. The boys are coming in. Ultimatum from the Western Coalition. We received an ultimatum from the Western Coalition to cease our armed intervention to retake Tsargrad from the Turkish reoccupation. On one side, Tsargrad is a vital city under the Russian Empire that gives us full control of Bosphorus. On the other side, if we continue our intervention, we will get ourselves in a major conflict against the Western Coalition that can start another great war that we are not prepared to to fight. How should we proceed? Continue the intervention. Okay, it's not too bad. It's just the British and the French. We'll work with that. I mean, I may have to switch to mill production now, which is a bit of a tease. Long live Tsar Mikhail! We may have to plan this a bit better than just YOLOing, because I believe we do have problems with our nation's attack and discipline and so on. Alright, where's the next research node? Nowhere near where we need it. We appear to have potentially overplayed our hands. I thought we were the world power here. Fight. That's the wrong army. Fight. Yeah, who's even invading now? Okay, we got problems. That's not that bad. I mean, yeah, it is actually pretty bad. What I need really is more equipment, because we're just out of equipment full stop. And a actual military industry, which I decided not to make. Didn't expect them to actually, intervene if I was a world power. There's a little bit of pressure here. Superior firepower. We're going large guns and artillery for this. Yeah, that's right. You keep on naval invade and I'll keep on putting you back in your place. Oh, I lost a submarine there. You have to be careful with my navy because I think once it's gone, it's gone. I don't think I've got the actual resources to rebuild it. Don't I tell you to garrison these? No, in fact we just got smashed. The Bosphorus Navy has just been obliterated. So I think naval invasion's out of the question. There we are, now we're cooking with fat. Let's go with Russian militarism to get those mills. I should hope be getting rid of the negative malices, but I don't really want to. Let's just give this an attack to see what it does for us. Into artillery. Let's go with artillery 2. So generally why wide front offensives like this aren't a very good idea is because it loses too much equipment and makes you rather useless. So generally speaking, as you can tell, it's not a good idea. You've got deals and all that sort of stuff. But we are laughing at the Russians. Can I trade with a nation that's nearby? Yeah, guys, we'll totally won't repeat the First World War. Wink sat camera. War economy, there we are. No, no, and no back. Yay, reforms. Encirclement. Yay, port. Let's reopen this then. I knew this would work, it only cost us most of our equipment and supplies. Micro, time to micro. I need to open up a route before I can micro. Doesn't help the British keep on coming as well. Okay, revolutionaries have failed. We're actually getting pushed back rapidly, which is always a bad sign. Actually, we're getting really badly pushed back rapidly, like back to where we started. Perhaps that was not the correct method of exploitation. I am in fact punching a hole through us. I don't think. Just a bit of pride here. Wow! Wow, wow, what are my boys doing? You need to actually set up some defensive lines. And then switch these guys out to research too. Support terror plots, why not? We should be able to take this. I don't understand why we've had so much issues. Like, oh, because I kept on attacking until I ran out of supply. The counter-attack is here. I want maximum aggression.
Целюсь. Выходим!
Counter-attack.
Слушаю. Зададим жару. Давай, давай. Слушаю.
So many reinforcements here. It's very frustrating.
Готов
Need that
выдвигаться.
airfield, need this airfield, I'm going to move over here as well.
Вперед, выходим.
Now we're getting the superiority up.
Готов выдвигаться. Так точно.
What?
Идем.
What? Fire this from there, fire this from there. Always apart from the good old Americans.
Выходим.
I feel like we're going to have another collapse here unless we try and keep pushing. With this heavy micro. Well, this heavy macro, not heavy micro. This is fine, let's keep cracking more artillery pieces out.
Мирно.
I just feel like I don't understand why. This is a 30 combat width tire, 75, so I should be able to get 2 divisions in, but it only allows me to bring in 1. Which is odd. Heavy fighters or light fighters? Let's go light fighters. Let's add these guys to this. Add some more fighters to the team. And then add.
Готов.
I gotta find that resupply hub as well. I should retake that supply hub. If I take that supply hub, then stop starving. There we are. Supply hub taken. Now I just need to connect it with the rest of the mainland. German unification, that's always a good sign. Move this up, move this down, move these down then I guess. The war has not progressed in my favour in the slightest. Improved workers' conditions, do I need that? Not really, no. I mean, yeah, I sort of do actually. I still think I can get the air superiority I need. I don't need this anymore. The war! Here we are, now I'm getting supplied.
Внимание!
I think I'm getting supplied soon.
Я готов!
Who is attacking this? Oh, it's these guys, because they're still aimed at told to garrison this. Forgot that if you click that, they'll decide to move on out. Yeah. Let's pick randomly now. I can win this,
Мирно!
I believe. That's still adaptable, why not? Ooh, traits. IO2 Sturmovic, thank you very much. Actually get some good infantry stuff out now. Start building the IO2 Sturmovic. Find out how am I getting bombed over here, no idea. Let's start. Now if everyone's supplied, we should be hopefully go round 2, which we have.
Мирно!
And we're going to go for an encirclement here.
Один! Брось! Готов!
They are trying to block the encirclement rather quickly. Aggressively, boys, aggressively. Try and get Urzamom, or Urzarum.
Идем, идем!
Oh, I just invited the bloody war to go slide, that's not my problem.
Внимание!
I've been halted by the AI again, they keep moving too fast for me. Check on mobile warfare for extra speed. They're
Мы
halted.
под огнем! Брось! Что
Go for
приказано?
it, push across.
Готов! Готов!
If they move there, I don't care too much, but if they move... I can just get this guy to move to the left, which should be fine.
Внимание!
We can win this, I believe. I think our counter-attack is working rather well. Don't know why. I
Притесни
think it's
их!
because now our equipment's all ready and ready to go.
Так точно!
And also we've got better better troops, better fighters and bombers and stuff. Hello, is that opening? Yes it is, that's something I'm going to take. And I got pinned.
Продолжаем атаку!
The AI has got considerably better, I will admit. They actually do pin and try and flank around and stop what you're doing.
Идем, идем!
Or maybe that's got worse in my old age and experience. Probably just got worse, if I'm honest.
Слушаю! Жду приказа!
Send more troops in.
Вперед! Выходим!
This
Выходим!
may lead to an encirclement if we're not lucky. Yeah.
Вперед! Выходим!
Don't attack out of the encirclement,
Внимание!
please. But the front's open, so I'm happy with that.
Жду приказа.
More troops are coming down. This is just an infantry war. Because in the nature of the terrain, it's just an infantry war. I couldn't really put tanks into this front.
Мирно. Готов выдвигаться. Я готов.
Paramilitary? Why not? How many troops have I lost in this war? Almost 1 million. But it's been a pretty balanced war. I mean, I don't think either side were prepared for this.
Давай, давай!
I want to produce more. Don't think I need this anymore. I want to produce more weapons, more military factories. I can't research anything else. I should just upgrade my fighters and bombers and that. It's going to be a future of my air wing. I may as well just keep researching these guys. Get these guys all maxed up. %56 reliability, of course, that's always a good sign. I can also build the agility focused fighters. The lines open up rather wide now, can speed us along. German Empire wants to send me volunteers? Absolutely, I'll jump into bed with you. Looks like the German Empire had gone to war with the Confederation of the Rhine. You want docking rights? Absolutely. Holland's also joined the game. As our allies in this war, and I'm getting to get land lease now, which is nice. What am I actually low on? Nothing really. Sort of hit turbo production. Front line offensives, give me that bad boy. The line here is, I could have diversified my troops a bit more and had some like cavalry troops as well and so on and so forth. Instead I just went for sledgehammers. Time to go to Istanbul, boys. The line is open, but the front line has collapsed. I'm going to add some more troops to this. I could produce some more wall breakers if I wanted to. Yeah, the line is pretty much cured now. Without that concentrated line for the Allies to set up from my bad equipment deficits and lack of supply, they were pretty much doomed. It's just a matter of time. And I can focus on other things. Like finally building up my tanks. I don't think I actually ever researched any tanks, which is a bit of a bruh moment. So let's start doing some tank research then. Istanbul! Why are the Japanese here? Actually, why are the Japanese here? Japanese volunteers, or are they at war with me? Okay, that's fine. Japanese volunteers.
Что приказано? Слушаю. Слушаю.
Guess it becomes a slog now. A big old, long old slog. A sloggeroony. Good. Good. You've broken the camel's back on this. Again, thus far the joys of air. Air always wins. And Germans have got their own war, I've got my own war, we can just chill out. Indian cabinet of industry, or we can do, I don't know. Something. Oh, I can do some tanks. If we aren't going to upgrade our tanks anytime soon, I suspect we should just start preparing to build up some armour using the garbage we have. Soft attack 15, soft attack 25, of course always soft attack anything. 3-man turret, radio, basic radio. And then we're just going to keep it nice and cheap. I don't need a lot of armour. Let's give me 30 breakthrough. These aren't going to be very good weapons of victory, but hey ho. I wonder if there's anything else I can do to upgrade my armour. It's so expensive if I do that. Oh well. Ah well, I've already committed now. For literal garbage vehicles. Starting to struggle again. Basic armor. And now you give me basic armor, of course. Of course, now would be the time where you gave me basic armor. That's alright, it's too expensive anyway, let's stick with what we got. Finally, the Ottomans are gone. Now it's just a mop-up. It's just a mop-up job. Meanwhile, Russia's going safari. Safari! Who's actually in charge of bringing the boys over to help out? How does this happen? What I need to do is I need to get my troops back over. to Russia.
Смирно!
But I don't really want to abandon the stuff, the gains I've made, if you know what I mean.
Целюсь!
So this needs to go somehow, and this needs to get back to... over here.
Занимаю укрытие!
Because our lines are fucked right now. Alright, we need to do some emergency work. Delete. Delete. Take control of this. Because we are too stretched out at the moment. Shift click. And these 16 divisions can move over here.
Я готов!
It's just this weird mobile war because I can't get enough troops out to counter the expanding growth of their armies.
Готов выдвигаться!
But I do actually have a problem here now. They are moving into Moscow. Rather large amounts of them, to be precise.
Я готов! Отставить! Я готов!
Why do you think it's a good idea to do that, eh?
Готов!
God, I hate this game sometimes. Tell everyone to go to X, they end up doing Y.
Так точно!
Wonderful stuff, guys. You know what I want you to do? It was this over here. See, I'm not even worried about losing because they haven't got as much troops to the line as much as I do, you know, it's just... My troops will break where they go. I just got to actually micro, which is a pain in the ass because they got so many shagging troops. And then we'll just close this off. And that's one less problem to deal with, and I've got to deal with what's left of the incessant coalition forces.
Смирно!
I did not think this would be necessary. I think the war has escalated somewhat too quickly.
Я готов! Выходим! Внимание! Выходим!
Not planning to win, I swear. Oh, obviously, because of the complete incorrect unit comps and things like that. You guys really do drive me insane.
Я готов!
Because you're going to push down here, then you're going to get cut off because there's no supply, and then you're going to complain to me.
Готов выдвигаться! Внимание!
Oh, that's because you guys don't have motorized, that's why.
Внимание!
In fact, most of you don't have motorized. Why do most of you not have motorized? There we are, now we can play the game. How does this happen, guys? Huh?
Готов!
What possesses you guys to throw so badly?
Что приказано?
I don't want to micro, but I feel like the game's going to force me to if I don't do this
Готов.
properly.
Выходим! Смирно!
I don't understand how they can feed an army from here, from this one pipeline, but
Так
I
точно.
can't.
Внимание! Готов выдвигаться.
Send another army out.
Жду приказа. Так точно. Слушаю.
How the Netherlands are helping. This is such a fucking mess. What is going on? Oh. I shouldn't have gone to war over Zagreb. I should have just stayed in my room at the Kremlin and sat and waited and built Sirs for 6 years. That's all I should have done. But here I am, rapidly running out of supplies and equipment. You may want to crush this, please. Actually, I'm just going to give you garrison order. Why is Mongolia getting bigger at my expense? These are so many questions. I'm just a broken man.
Жду приказа.
I thought, this is what happens when you get lazy and stop bothering to micro. After a certain level, this game has not become very challenging. Like, I've had it on 5 speed this entire time.
Готов выдвигаться. Давай, давай! Выходим! Готов выдвигаться.
Okay, good. Problem no longer mine. I can go back to living my best life, which does not involve going safari or doing any more of this shit anymore. What actually happened to the rest of the world? So France collapsed to the Spanish Empire, who are monarchists, I believe. Paternal autocrats, my kind of guys. The German Empire's back, baby, under Alfred Hugenberg. It is a nationalist party. You have the Italians in the gang under Balbo. I suppose he's quite a famous guy. The term does ring a bell, but I don't remember the name. And the Belgians or Netherlands somehow was able to invade. A very broad coalition of warmongers has decided to come on down to play the town. Well, without further ado, I'm finishing this. Job done. No more problems. Was this a wonderful war? Not really. It was a painful war. A long, painful war. I can't believe I lost that territory. What the hell? So altogether, a pretty fun mod. There's a bit of chaos there. I mean, probably my fault for going to war a bit early. A bit of a disaster there. I shouldn't have just YOLO'd in. I thought we'd have an easier time. I didn't think like the Allies would start World War II, even though the text sort of does tell you World War II will start if you do not, if you go down this route. Unfortunately, we decided to intervene and end up getting a bit slapped, somehow losing territory as well, which is a bit annoying because of the Netherlands. But a pretty amusing mod. I very much enjoyed it. I like the concept of it. I do like the whole alt history what Soviet Russia, well, the Russian Empire had survived. If they had succeeded in the Brusilov offensive, I thought that was quite an interesting concept. And I do like how the Germany does begin to rebuild via its focuses. So if we take a look, it's got general elections, restore the German glory, power to the Kaiser, German state, strike at the corruption, and gradually building yourself back up from being slapped into place. I do like that concept. And of course you end up with the federal state of Austria as well. That's altogether quite an interesting mod, which sort of organically leads to World War II via this sort of reformation of Germany. And of course you can go as the war, I guess, as the Russians against England, the Allies, or you can of course just hold out and wait for World War II via Germany rebuilding. It's a very good mod. Of course, you do end up with the Central Powers as well, and I think there's a lot of different other routes you can go down as well. So altogether, I think the modders have done a wonderful job. Really great mod. Really enjoyed it, and a good alt history mod. The actual divisions and the battles, battle mechanics don't change at all. It's just really just sort of an alt history scenario. Poi-4 with different focuses and what if. Very good, very good. This is a very lazy build of just throwing infantry hordes, but I find it funny. I found how my incompetence sort of paid off. So thank you all, boys and girls. I'll leave you to it. Thank you all, and I will see you all later. Adieu.